plenty of research is available. You can look this up online on the benefits of both strength and resistance training, as well as certain forms of cardio to get your heart rate up, doing more than just raising your heart rate, but actually stimulating your body's metabolic rate. Hey folks, Colin Richards here, and once again, I'm excited to be with you on this episode of Lord and Richard Show. And we've been in a small series about what it means to be wealthy, healthy, and happy throughout life. And I've just been sharing simple observations from my 5 decades on this earth about ways to build wealth multi-generationally, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Also ways that you can build your health. And in our last couple of segments, we dug into what you eat and the critical nature of sleep. In this particular segment, I'm going to talk a little bit more about exercise. And exercise, we know, getting up, moving the body is critical to longevity, to health, to well-being, your overall sense of the quality of your life. We know that sitting around is not good for you. We've known that since we were kids and mom yelled at us to get up and get busy or go out and play. But something happens later in life where maybe that motivation decreases. What I've found is most people actually have the strength to exercise. They just maybe don't think they do. They feel like, oh, I'm going to injure myself, if I go out and take a walk or if I do some basic exercises using resistance training and so forth. So let me talk you through a simple path. I've exercised ever since I was really a teenager on a formal basis. As a result, I've been able to maintain muscle mass, increase not only physical power, but also mental acuity, because a strong body always contains a strong mind. One of the problems is when our bodies are weak, it really does pull away not only our vitality, how we move, how we interact with people, but it also pulls down, it drags down our cognitive functions. So let's always begin with great stretching, rolling. One of the things that I've shared recently is Tom Brady's great book called TB12 Method on vitality, on being flexible, on being pliable. It's the TB12 Method by Tom Brady. And as you know, he's an NFL coach that's had one of the longest careers and largely injury-free careers. It was after an ACL tear in his knee that Tom Brady really got serious about this and worked it down to a science where now they have various gyms and offices open available and have even brought it into our Denver area here for our young people, because the problem is strength training without flexibility and pliability can lead to injury. So I do regular stretching. I like to roll. I like to use the large foam rollers to roll out various muscle groups to help them become more pliable, better able to respond. And recently, my family got me a Theragun. If you haven't invested in one of these babies, it's awesome. And you can directly target areas. And I found that to be a tremendous boost to my pain-free existence. I was able to directly target areas that were becoming stiff or just lacked pliability with the Theragun. So look into those, but begin with stretching, rolling, Theragun, other types of ways to make sure you loosen and make more pliable your muscles before you dive into a workout. That was my problem. All the way up until about age 53, I worked out my whole life without doing the proper stretching. And last year, I picked up a couple of good injuries from that, tore something in my foot running and so on. So I can't emphasize it enough from my own experience. And experience is a great teacher. I've known that you're supposed to do all this, but adding it into my routine has made a massive difference in my overall well-being and being pain-free. And then plenty of research is available. You can look this up online on the benefits of both strength and resistance training, as well as certain forms of cardio to get your heart rate up, doing more than just raising your heart rate, but actually stimulating your body's metabolic rate. It can help with weight loss, but it can also help with just maintaining tremendous fitness. And there's always been this debate between which is better, which is better. The reality is you need both. And they're now finding that a thoughtful, programmed out mixture of both cardio and strength training is ideal. For me, I apply at least 3 days of high-intensity interval training. That is, training where you move at maximum capability in short bursts of a minute or two, and then you slow down and get the heart rate back down for a minute or two and rinse, repeat. That's HIIT, high-intensity interval training. It's shown to be much better than just walking on a treadmill, what we call steady state. So steady state does elevate your heart rate a little bit, but what will really enhance your power, your vitality is going to be to push that heart rate up higher for short periods of time and then bring it back down. And then alternating that with, for me, 2 days of strength training, maintaining that upper body strength as well as lower body strength. And I like to mix and match. Sometimes if I'm doing exercise bike for high intensity interval training, I'm going to add in some lower body workouts sprinkled in between those sets. And so whether it's squats, whether it's lunges, whatever you're doing, make sure that you're working on both lower and upper body strength, your back, your biceps, your arms, your core, as well as your legs, your lower body, and your what we call posterior chain, or what my kids used to call our tushy. So having strength in these areas is going to greatly improve your lifestyle, and it's going to greatly improve your ability to do the things that you love with the people that you love. And then finally, take a look at advanced diagnostics. I've talked about this in other episodes, but there are some amazing things out. I would encourage you to pick up Tony Robbins' book, Life Force, and just get a feel for what's available out there. My family and I have taken advantage of this. At a minimum, you need to be doing regular blood work, getting a more comprehensive diagnostic done with your doctor. I know there's a program called MDVIP, and those doctors will do a much more complete workup of your whole body, including even your hearing and vision, but also your body mass, and set strict targets or specific targets that you can reach so that you can maintain health. And for those who are financially independent enough to do it, a full body MRI to screen your entire body for various cancers, to screen the health of your arteries, your heart. Getting a picture of your whole body is a tremendous tool. Now, that's an expensive tool, but you'll find ways to do it in Tony Robbins' book as well as your own research online. But I want you to know that there are a high instance of people who get this type of screening done who discover, you know what, I've got something actionable that needs to be dealt with right away that could really affect my life, my mortality, or my morbidity. Morbidity is the inability to get around the way we would like to. So when we talk about somebody being morbidly obese, it means that it affects their function. And so, folks, I want you to be wealthy. That's a big goal at Lord and Richards. But I've always found it's not really us who make you wealthy. It's been your success. It's been your hard work, your savings. Our job is to come alongside, build a plan so that you have enough money to do the things that you love with the people that you love and the places that you love, and can afford to get things like great health care, great food, great access to exercise, as well as just a wonderful, happy, healthy, wealthy life. It's been my privilege to talk to you once again on this episode. I'm talking to people just like you every single day who are excited about becoming financially independent. It just takes a call.